Right, we're talking about graphing quadratic equations in two variables. So when we're solving, we set it equal to 0, but when we're graphing, we need the x and the y, so we have coordinates so that we could draw the graph. The quadratic equation is a parabola. A parabola opens up or it opens down, never left to right. It's smiling or frowning. Now that we don't have a 0, the a can either be positive or negative because I can't move it around like you can when you're solving. So if the a is positive, then your parabola is smiling, it opens up. If the a is negative, then it is opening down and it is frowning. So to determine if it's opening up or down, we only care about the x squared term. So positive is up, a is positive, it's opening up. A is negative, it's opening down, it's frowning. Negative, down, negative, down, positive, up. So some of these examples aren't that great. What if you had, so even example 4, if it was written like this, it doesn't matter if it's not in the right order. What matters is what is a, negative, down. So we start graphing with the vertex of the parabola. The vertex is the highest or the lowest point, and each side is symmetrical around it, and it's found with this formula. So first you have your quadratic. You know it's opening up because a is positive. So a is positive 2, b is positive 4, c is positive 1, but we don't need that right now. We find the x coordinate of our ordered pair by using this formula. So I plug in 4 and 2, and it's negative 1. Then I take that x and put it back into the quadratic to solve for y, to get y's coordinate. So I'm going to rewrite it with parentheses and plug in the x, solve. So the ordered pair is the x, then the y, using this formula, and that's the vertex of this parabola that's opening up. I can identify C, I don't have to. So the x portion of it is going to be the formula negative b over 2a. So negative 8 and negative 2, this turns positive. 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. To get the y, I'm going to go back, plug in my x into my quadratic for x, and solve for y. So y will be when I plug it into here, when x is negative 2. Oops. Cheating. $26. So the vertex is one ordered pair that is the highest point because it's opening down, and its coordinates are negative 2, 26. So because it's opening down, it's going to be the highest point of the parabola, and everything's going to be mirrored on each side of it. So if a is 1, b is negative 6, the x coordinate is going to be negative 6 and 1, so positive 6 divided by 2 will be 3. Then we need to solve for the y, which is going to be this quadratic when x is 3. So 3 squared is 9, minus 18, minus 7, negative 16. So my ordered pair of my vertex is the x, then the y. My parabola is opening up because a is positive. So I don't have b here, I have no x term. So negative b over 2a is going to be 0. Oops, that's 1. Still 0. So then to solve for the y, 0 x squared plus 16 is just 16. So the ordered pair, or the coordinates of my vertex of the parabola opening up, is the x 0, y 16. So negative 20 over 2 times negative 5 will be positive 2. The y, when I take x, plug it in, negative 5 times 4 plus 40, negative 20 plus 40 equals 20. So 2, 20 is the ordered pair for this vertex. Oops. And it is opening down this parabola. So let's graph this quadratic. First, we start with the vertex. And you'll see the y is 0. So my parabola is opening up, and the ordered pair of the vertex is negative 1, 0. So that I need to start with. So negative 1 for x, 0 for y is right here, and I know it's opening up. This is important because I need to use the x points that mirror the vertex to plug in to solve for y to get my ordered pair to shape my parabola. So I need to use x, 0, 1, and negative 2, negative 3, plug in and solve for my y's. Okay, so I paused to make this chart. The x's that I chosen, I'm going to plug into my quadratic to solve for the y to get their coordinates. Why did I choose these x's again? Because I know the bottom of my parabola is here and it's going like this. So I want 2 points from this side and 2 points from this side. So if I plug in 0 for x, what is y? 0 plus 0 is plus 1 is 1. If I plug in 1 for x, what will my y be? 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 1 will be 4. Here I'm going to plug in negative 2 and I'll watch my sign. So this will be positive 4. Minus 4 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Negative 3 squared is going to be positive 9. Minus 6 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So these are the ordered pairs that I'm going to plot. So 0 for x, 1 for y. 1 for x, 1, 2, 3, 4 for y, negative 2 for x, 1 for y, 1, 2, 3 for x, and 4. A little hard to see. And it should be a mirrored image, so I know I didn't do it wrong. That's a horrible picture, but there's my parabola, pointing up, vertex symmetrical around the center axis. And I had to plot this first in order to choose the best x values to make out my picture.